Summer Game Fest is right around the corner, so it is time to make some predictions. Let's talk about it. Hello there everybody and welcome to The Comfy Spot. My name is Tyler and today we are going to be talking about Summer Game Fest and what I think and hope is going to be there at the big show. Summer Game Fest is just 2 weeks away as of this video going live. It is right around the corner. June 6th is when it is happening at 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time. That's when Jeff Keighley is, he's kicking off his big summer event, leading into, the Xbox showcase the next day that following weekend on June 8th, that's Sunday. Then later in the summer, we're gonna have Gamescom opening night live. It's just the big summer kickoff for game showcases, and I'm very excited. If you're watching this video, you are most likely very excited as well. So today we're going to be talking about what I think and hope will be at the big event. When it comes to Jeff Keighley shows, like I have said before in the past, when predicting what's going to be at either the Game Awards or Summer Game Fest in previous years, it's always tough to predict what exactly will be there because literally anything and everything could end up at a Jeff Keighley show. Between third parties, AA games, indie titles, just literally anything and everything could be there. Between established franchises, new IPs, you never really know what you're gonna get. So when it comes to predicting his shows, it's really just kind of throwing darts at a wall and just seeing what lands and what sticks. For me personally, I try not to get caught up when I make predictions in just like the pipe dream ones. I try to make my predictions based around things that could realistically or logically appear. So I try to still apply that here as well. But I do have one or two like maybe kind of sort of pipe dream ones that I was like, it could, but chances are probably won't. But nevertheless, let's get right on into my predictions for Summer Game Fest 2025. So my first prediction is going to be none other than Marvel 1943, The Rise of Hydra. This game got announced, I think 2023 is when it got like formally unveiled. If not 2023, it was last year, but regardless, it's been some time since this game was like first officially announced as like an untitled Marvel game from Amy Hennig, and they got a proper reveal of sorts, revealing the actual title of the game and showing us a cutscene or two. We got a trailer for it, and then a short cutscene showing Captain America and Black Panther, be interacting with each other for seemingly the first time. So the game, from what we've seen cinematically, visually, it is very impressive. But we have not seen anything since then. We've heard very little since then, outside of the fact that the game is now no longer coming out in 2025 and has been delayed to 2026. That being said though, again, it's been a while since we've seen anything from the game, and I think Summer Game Fest is the time to, is the perfect venue, I should say, for it to come back and show us all, what we could actually expect from this game, especially if it is coming out next year. This would be the perfect time to say, hey, we know it's been a while since we showed anything off, since we know we haven't really shown any actual gameplay or what you could expect from what this game will be like, outside of this short trailer and this short cutscene between Captain America and Black Panther. We also know we recently said it was being delayed, but have no worries, have no fear. There is a game here. There is a competent game here, a functioning game, and it looks pretty damn cool if we should say so ourselves. I think Summer Game Fest will be the place for that. Jeff Keighley has the pull to get stuff like that at his different shows and all. So I think this would be the perfect time, especially if you could break Amy Hennig out as well. It's been a while since we got a game from her, so it'd be awesome. Bring her out on stage, have her introduce or reintroduce Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra to the world. Let us all see what this game is supposed to be like. I'm looking forward to it just based off the pedigree, and again, it's a Marvel game. I like Marvel stuff. I like Captain America and Black Panther. I'm interested in seeing what this story is, what the places it takes us to narratively, and also geographically and stuff. I'm very interested in that. So I'm excited for the game on that basis, but I do need more to be really excited for what the game actually is, since we don't know very much about what it is. And Summer Game Fest, I think, hey, it's the time, it's the place. Let's see it. So my next prediction is going to be none other than Kingdom Hearts 4, okay? I'm a Kingdom Hearts guy, and I normally don't do this. I normally don't like to just like predict Kingdom Hearts will be at any and every gaming event, because that's how the fandom hypes themselves up and just gets themselves set up for disappointment every single time. And I hate that clown meme. It is so overplayed and so boring and so basic. But I have to say, while I don't think there is while I don't think there's like an 80-90% chance of Kingdom Hearts 4 appearing at Summer Game Fest, the chances of it appearing here have greatly increased ever since the recent Kingdom Hearts 4 screenshots that Square Enix put out after they announced the cancellation of Missing Link. Once we got those screenshots, it's 7 screenshots. I did a video talking about them already. Go check it out if you have not already. Those screenshots, they look pretty good. They look really great, actually. Of course, they are still in development and everything. And definitely in the combat screenshots, you can see the lighting is not necessarily the best, but regardless, the game is looking great so far. And when you look at those screenshots, as I said in that video, it's looking significantly better than it did when we got the first reveal trailer back in 2022. Game is looking like it's made quite a bit of progress at all. And the fact that Square Enix is showing us this stuff now, even if they did it as damage control, okay, which I am all 100% of the mindset that they did put those screenshots out as damage control, the fact that they did, it kind of just leads me to believe that they do or did have a plan to give us a Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer at some point in the near future. They just didn't intend to do it as soon as they did with those screenshots. So if they are planning to do it sometime soon, maybe Summer Game Fest was supposed to be like the start of like, hey, here is Kingdom Hearts 4's re-reveal. Here is a new trailer for it showing off some gameplay, combat, whatever the case may be, a new world, a Star Wars world, perhaps, most likely, and bam, 2026 at the end. I think it's possible. I think it's possible that that is like part of your plan that Square Enix has. Summer Game Fest would be an awesome place to do it. If it's not going to be there, maybe Tokyo Game Show, maybe a Sony State of Play that's rumored to be happening in June. But regardless, I'm going to put my finger down on Summer Game Fest for Kingdom Hearts 4. I would love to see it there. I don't have high hopes for it being there, but I would love to see it there, and I honestly do think the chances of it being there this year are far greater than they were last year and at any previous gaming event. Like, again, I don't like to get myself or anyone hyped up for Kingdom Hearts 4 appearing at specific events and all. I know I predicted it would be at the State of Play last year. It was not, but this year, given recent events, I think there's a much better chance of it happening this year. I'm hoping for it. We'll see what happens. Whether it does or does not, I'm still excited for the game. And if it does happen, you can bet, I will be making a video talking all about it. So stay tuned for that. My next prediction is going to be Phantom Blade Zero. This is that Chinese Souls-like act, not even Souls-like, but maybe like Sekiro-esque inspired action game with the super fluid combat animations and everything. It looks super cool. Game looks awesome. I've been super into this since it was first revealed at a PlayStation event a couple years ago. I believe it was in 2023 when the game was first revealed. And we got more gameplay for it earlier this year at the top of 2025 in the form of like an extended boss battle, if I'm correct. And the game continues to look awesome, continues to be impressive. And then, the team has said that we are going to be getting a release date for it at some point this year. So hey, I think Summer Game Fest is a place where it could happen. Again, Jeff does try to get a lot of things from different places in the industry, different places across the globe, also on the scale, again, AAA, AA, indie stuff, whatever the case may be. And Phantom Blade Zero getting a release date announcement, as well as just a new trailer period on the Summer Game Fest stage, would be a huge get for that game specifically. Like, on that stage, that's an awesome place to showcase yourself, to be put in front of a bunch of different eyes. I would love to see it there. I would love to learn more about this game, see some cool combat stuff from it. I'm looking forward to it myself. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be my game, but I'll tell you this much. Every time I've seen this game, I'm like, you know what? even if it is like more like a Sekiro type of game, I do want to play this so badly. So I want to play this so goddamn badly. So I will be there whenever Phantom Blade Zero comes out. But I do think, hey, it has been some time since we saw it. They, you know, if we are getting that release date this year, this would be a good time to start up that marketing push. It was like, hey, release date now. Let's start getting everyone hyped for Phantom Blade Zero coming out next year. All right, my fourth prediction is going to be Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Now here's the thing, stick with me here, okay? I almost didn't put this on my list because I was thinking about it and I was like, you know, Nintendo, they probably would want to save some of their big announcements for a Nintendo Direct, although we don't have confirmation of a Nintendo Direct for June as of yet for like the Summer Game Fest time. Even if we don't get one at that point and like in that specific time frame, we will more than likely get a Nintendo Direct in June at some point during the month. So it was like, hey, maybe they save this stuff for that. But I thought about it more and I was like, you know what? Jeff does try to get things from each of the big three, those being Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft. Microsoft has not really been at Summer Game Fest the past few years. Definitely since, you know, they have their showcase like 2-3 days later, which makes sense. But he does try to get something from them if he can. And getting a release date for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond seems like something that Nintendo could give up from a Nintendo Direct of their own and put it on Jeff's stage. Reason being, we already know about Metroid Prime 4. It's a known quantity. We've already seen this game a few times, so it's not like it would be a big surprise seeing it again. Also, the release date, giving that release date on the Summer Game Fest stage, again, it's a big deal, would be a big deal for the show and a big deal for that game, and would, you know, give it some of that that AAA, some of that spotlight and shine that people have been wanting Nintendo to give Metroid Prime 4 all this time, and they've been annoyed that it hasn't necessarily been getting that big AAA push that it should be getting, or that they hope it would be getting from Nintendo. That'd be one side of Nintendo doing that. But then there's also the fact that Summer Game Fest is literally the very day after Nintendo Switch 2 comes out on June 5th. Summer Game Fest is June 6th. While yes, Nintendo could wait until, you know, later in the month for a Nintendo Direct to keep the hype train rolling and everything, what's a better way to do that than, you know, keeping that momentum going the very next day by giving Jeff Keighley at Summer Game Fest a Metroid Prime 4 Beyond trailer and the release date for the game. That way we know when it's coming out later on this year. Assuming it's later on this year. I'm pretty sure it's still later on this year, unless plans have changed. I think it makes total sense in my head. Not saying it's gonna happen, but it logically makes sense. So I would love to see that happen there. I would love to get a better look at Metroid Prime 4, see what Samus is getting into, see some more of these psychokinetic powers that she has, more abilities that she's gonna be able to be using, do more of the environments that we'll be interacting with and go explore on this planet, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. It makes sense to me if it happens. I would love to see it. So Nintendo, please come through with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond at Summer Game Fest. That would be awesome. Please and thank you. So my final prediction for Summer Game Fest is going to be a PlayStation prediction, a PlayStation first party prediction to be specific. I think that we have a very good chance of getting the reveal of whatever this Greek God of War project is supposed to be. I did a video about this earlier in the year, maybe like 2 months ago or so, about these rumors that there was going to be a Greek God of War project releasing at some point later on this year, because there were rumors before about, getting a Greek remastered trilogy of some sort for the anniversary. That ended up not being the case. And then I believe those rumors ended up being like, yeah, Greek trilogy remaster isn't happening, but we are getting a Greek God of War game of some sort at some point in 2025 if it doesn't get delayed to next year. And I think this would be the place to make that announcement. Yes, there are the rumors that PlayStation is doing a state of play in June, okay? And while sure, Sony could save that announcement for their own state of play, the reason I'm putting it here is because I have my own predictions for that state of play, and I don't think a Greek God of War game is involved in there at all. I think there are other things that Sony will be pushing at their state of play, even though the state of plays are mostly third-party, not first-party stuff. I don't think I think they're good into first party stuff. There are other things that they'll put more precedence on, more importance on, I should say. And they can give Jeff Keighley this Greek God of War game that's still important, still high stakes, but lower stakes than the other things, especially if it's coming this year. That'd be an awesome announcement to have at Summer Game Fest. A new God of War game coming this year. That'd be cool. I still, of course, have my reservations about whatever this Greek God of War game is that I detailed in my video talking about it earlier in the year, so please go ahead and check that out. But for the really short and brief version of it, really comes down to, what does this Greek God of War game entail? Are we Kratos again? Is it Atreus? Are we doing a back in time thing to another story during the Greek era before he left at the end of God of War 3? Because if so, what's the point? Why are we doing this? Who knows what it is, but I am interested to see what this game is, if it is real. If it is real, I mean, there are many people that have talked about it. I know Jeff Grubb has mentioned this. They have good track records, but of course, things change at any point in time. Who knows what happens? I think this is real though, and hey, Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest, it makes sense for it to appear there, if it's going to appear anywhere, so. That's just my thought on that. I wonder what you guys think about it. Let me know if you think I'm crazy, but I think we could see this Greek God of War game at Summer Game Fest. So those are my predictions for Summer Game Fest 2025. 5 quick and easy ones, nothing too crazy. I didn't go too over the top with them this year. It was kind of tough to think about them, on top of the fact that it has been a very busy past couple weeks, work-wise, personal life-wise, so it's been tough to even find time to really sit down and think about, okay, what's going to be at this show? What's going to be at this other show? So these were just the 5 predictions I could think of for Summer Game Fest. Let me know what you think about those predictions. Do you think that any of them hold weight? Do you agree with them? What do you hope is going to be at Summer Game Fest? Let me know if you have predictions for things that'll be there that I did not talk about. Let me know down in the comment section below. Let's have a conversation about it all. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. That way you know as soon as new videos go live. My name is Tyler, this has been TheComfySpot, and we'll talk next time. Have a good one.